and welcome to Crunch Time. My name is Jack Bogdan.
My name is Alex Grinling.
And today we will be reviewing Fallout New Vegas.
Fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, the jewel of the desert, a city of never-ending. Powered by the miraculous Obsidian Casino. Nicely shown. It's no wonder Las Vegas is the I was walking along, minding my business, when out of an orange-colored sky. Wonderful you come by. One look and I yell timber. Out of an orange-colored sky. Alakazam and goodbye.
So that was the trailer for Fallout New Vegas. Here is some footage from Fallout New Vegas. So Alex, as a Fallout fan, what has changed since Fallout 3, the big reboot for the franchise?
Not much. I don't think this should be seen as a reboot. I think it's more like Fallout 3.5. In the same way that I guess, they released Grand Theft Auto 3, and then after that followed it with San Andreas and Vice City. So it's more just a few tweaks on the basic gameplay. There's some new things that are cool. They have a weapon mod system, so you can, find these mods and that update your weapon's weight. They can, put a scope on the weapon. They can increase the rate of fire. There's a whole new mode called Hardcore, which is what I've been playing the game on. And Hardcore mode, it differs from, it exists outside of the three difficulties that are in the game. The, hard, medium, easy. Mm-hmm. And in Hardcore mode, you have new statuses that you have to pay attention to. You can get dehydrated, so you have to drink water. You get hungry, so you have to eat food, and you can become sleep deprived. So you have to sleep. And some things that are different from the three main difficulty modes is that when a limb is crippled, you have to use a doctor's bag. You can't heal it with stim packs like you normally can.
Oh.
And so there are some things like that. It makes it cool because I really enjoyed Fallout 3, but there was a certain challenge lacking, and I think that kind of helps because then all of a sudden purified water becomes as important as any stim packs or health stuff that you would find, which is kind of cool. And and ammo has weight, which is a big thing.
Oh.
So
wow, this is way more intense. I don't know.
Yeah.
And you saying you enjoy that?
I do enjoy that because it isn't extremely. It doesn't get in the way a whole lot, and that ammo doesn't weigh a ton. You're not constantly becoming dehydrated. It is over a good amount of time. Mm-hmm. So it never becomes a nuisance as you're playing. And, when you are dehydrated, maybe you suffer from minor dehydration, so your endurance is like -1, stuff like that.
Got it, okay.
And it has like a little crafting system. There are reload benches around the world where you can craft an ammo if you find.
Are these systems like actual necessary additions, or do they seem tacked on? Because this, I don't know, like that doesn't seem like it fit. I mean, I guess it kind of fits, but is it fun? Like, are these like welcome additions, or?
I don't really use them that much. There's also a campfire, which is useful because if you kill like a gecko, then you can get gecko meat, and then you go to a campfire and you can turn it into gecko steak.
Got it.
Which
okay.
gives you a little more health, such and such. But for the most part, it's fairly unnecessary in that it doesn't really change much. I don't really use it that often.
So my other big question was, I wasn't a huge fan of Fallout 3, mainly because the setting was so bleak and kind of desolate and gross in the world of Washington, D.C. So how does that translate? Is it the same bleak grossness translated to the Mojave Desert, which is already rather bleak and gross?
Yeah, I got bad news for you, buddy. It has not changed much.
Oh, no.
And, just in general, if you weren't a fan of Fallout 3, you're not going to like New Vegas. I mean, and that's that. I think it's cool. I thought one of the cool things about Fallout 3 was it took place in Washington, D.C., so there were a lot of monuments that you recognized, in different locations. Those aren't really in this game. There are a lot of buildings that it's like, why is this here? Like, this doesn't... Okay, this is a gas station,
so
but it
this
serves
game doesn't
no
take
purpose.
place all in Vegas. You actually have to get to Vegas, right?
Right, you do. You do not start in Vegas. It starts with your character. This is no spoiler, but you catching a couple bullets in your head, and you're dug up, and so naturally you have amnesia. Stop me when this sounds familiar. So your character has amnesia, and you have to figure out, why you were shot in the head. And that takes you to New Vegas.
That'd be step one for me too. After getting shot in the head and waking up from it, step one would be who shot me, and B, how am I still alive? That'd be, generally. So totally believable story. Absolutely 100%. Truthful.
Right. And so the story kind of starts off as a fairly typical revenge thing. You're going after the guy that killed you, or thought he killed you. I have not finished the story. So I am 36 hours into this game. I went about 30 hours before I even went into New Vegas. So there is a shit ton to explore. And even 36 hours in, I am still finding people to give me quests. And, that has not dried up in the least. So that's cool.
It's a massive game.
Yeah. It is massive.
For people who like Fallout 3.
Oh yeah. And but the revenge story, why I wrote it off when I first started playing. Once I've gotten to Vegas, it seems like it's going to branch out a lot and into a much grander scale, which is cool. And it seems like the story is going to branch in ways that Fallout 3 was you have to go find your dad, and that's the story.
Yeah,
you finding your dad and then doing your dad's bidding. Whereas this one, there are different factions throughout Vegas, so you can kind of take sides with them. The overall karma meter is gone. Now different factions can hold you in different regards. So, when you go to a town, if you do a lot of things to help that town, then you will become liked in that town. If you do things, that piss them off, then they might start shooting at you when you go to that town.
Got it. Okay.
And so that exists in towns, and the big factions are the NCR, the New California Republic, which is kind of the government coming in and trying to reform this area.
They're the ones with the crazy bear on the flag, right?
Yes, the two-headed bear.
Yes, the two. Yeah.
Then there's when you start off, there's the Powder Gangers, which are a group of inmates that have escaped from a nearby prison and are kind of spreading out over the area. There's Caesar's Legion, or Khazar's Legion. I don't know what the deal is. Sometimes they refer to it as Khazar's Legion. Sometimes it's Caesar's Legion.
All right.
And they are a bunch of fucking assholes, and I kill them whenever I see them. I kill them, so they hate me right now.
So I have a question for you. Speaking about killing people, one of my favorite things to do in Fallout 3 was to walk into a town and just murder anybody who tried to help me. Yeah. And it would change the story because those characters would actually be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Does that carry over in this game? Can I walk into a town, can the sheriff welcome me, and then while he's walking away after having given me this grand welcome, can I shoot him in the head?
Sure.
Awesome.
Sure. And there have been a few times, which is a little frustrating for me, where I will kill someone and it'll immediately say like quest failed, and it's a quest that I haven't gotten yet.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, what the fuck? Like, I had no idea,
Yeah.
And so that can be a little tiresome. But I haven't run into that a lot. That has not like brought this game down for me.
So wrapping things up.
Yeah.
What are the big things you want people to know about this game? What do you want? Should people buy it? Who should buy it?
If you liked Fallout 3, buy it. Definitely buy it. I'm really enjoying it. If you didn't like Fallout 3, you're not gonna like this. That's how it goes. The characters seem better in this one. The world is more interconnected in that, people talk about the region as a whole, whereas in Fallout 3 it was a little more isolated. Mm-hmm. People didn't know what was going on outside, and so it's kind of cool in that regard. And they'll refer to other places, and then you get to that place on the map, and it's like, oh, cool! Like this is what they were talking about.
Yeah.
So that's cool. There's some pretty bad glitches in the game. But the people have been really railing on this game for glitches, and I don't feel it's that much worse than it was in Fallout 3. It was pretty glitchy.
Is there anything game ending? That you've run into, or anything significant that you've run into?
I have not. There was one part I was trying to get into a room, and I kept falling through the floor. Like the floor was just made out of water, and it wouldn't work.
Okay.
I would fall through into oblivion and then start off at the door that led into the area. And that was weird. But the most you're going to run into is enemies being stuck in the geometry of the world. Mm. You'll be like, where is this bad guy? He's showing up on my radar. And then you see like a little scorpion's tail poke out of the ground.
Or just a hand sticking through a door.
Yeah. So, there are some glitches. Sometimes they can be funny. Sometimes they can be annoying. Like when you try to melee the scorpion stuck in the ground, and then you too become stuck in the ground.
Oh, see, that's not...
I learned that lesson the hard way.
But still worth it with all... Okay.
Definitely, still worth it. If you like Fallout 3, you'll dig this.
Cool.
That's kind of just appeals to the same audience. They're not trying anything game-changing, like adding a co-op mode, which would be awesome.
Next time,
so
Alex.
Cool if I could explore the wasteland with my friends.
That would be cool.
Yeah. So yeah, definite recommendation. It's a great game.
Cool. Well, thank you, Alex. And
you're welcome. You're welcome, Jack.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself playing the 36 hours in that game.
And I'm not done. I'm still gonna go with it. I think I logged probably between my two characters about 130 hours in Fallout 3. Sad. It's really sad.
Well, getting off the sadness note, thank you for watching today. My name is Jack Bogdan.
My name is Alex Grinlin.
And if you want to find more episodes of this show, you can do it at crunchtimeshow.com. We can also get information on our YouTube page, our Vimeo page, our Bloop.tv page, our information on Roku, TiVo, Boxy, everything. Lots of places.
Now, our YouTube page is different from crunchtimeshow.com.
It is because we have, I'm trying to change that, but it's currently crunchtimepodcast.com. So if you want to find us, it's youtube.com/user/crunchtimepodcast. But all the links are on crunchtimeshow.com. You can also find our other show, El Juego, there. In addition, we just recorded an episode with Randy Pitchford, the president of Gearbox Software, which was hilarious. So go check that out. And you can find our new live page over on our live tab at crunchtimeshow.com. So everything is at crunchtimeshow.com. I hope you enjoyed the review today. And talk to you guys soon.